Good morning, K2. Look who I have with me today. It's Daisy. Can everybody say hi to Daisy? Oh, she's giving me kisses. All right. So this morning, Annabelle, give her a cookie. I am going to read a morning message, and I'm going to read my favorite book ever. It's my favorite children's book. So at least it was my favorite when I was little, like you guys. So that's what we're going to do today, and I think Daisy might visit us a few times during today's morning meeting. She thinks I have more cookies, but I don't. Nope, I don't. All right, so let's read our message. So today it says, "Good morning, K2. Today is Wednesday, March 18th, 2020. It is a sunny day." So if we were at school, we would figure out that it's been a pattern. It was sunny, yesterday was snowy, and then today's sunny again. Maybe we'll see what tomorrow is going to be. Can you read these numbers? Let's see. What number? 6. Good. How about this one? 18. How about this one? Right, 11. How about this one? 20. And this one? 15. Oh, and this big number I think you all can read. 100. We know that from our 100th day. We did a lot with that number, didn't we? All right. It says, "Work hard today. I miss you. Love, Mrs. Jocelyn." So there's our morning message. Look at the morning message. Can you find any sight words? I see a few. So let's see. I'll give you a couple seconds to tell me, or to tell someone at home actually, because I can't hear you. But what are some of the sight words that are in the message today? All right, good job. I see I see is, can, you. Those are some of our sight words today. All right, so like I said, I'm going to read my favorite story from when I was little. I actually remember my mom buying this book for me when I was little on one of the Scholastic book orders, like I sent home sometimes. So it was my favorite, and now Andrew had a copy still when I went in his room yesterday, so I was so excited that I could read it to you guys. All right, so here we go with Corduroy. So Corduroy by Don Freeman. And he's the author and the illustrator. So he wrote the words and drew the pictures. Corduroy is a bear who once lived in the city toy department of a big store. Day after day, he waited with all the other animals and dolls for somebody to come along and take him home. So there's Corduroy. The store was always filled with shoppers buying all sorts of things, but no one ever seemed to want a small bear in green overalls. Ooh, look at him waiting on the shelf. I think he's probably a little sad. Then one morning, a little girl stopped by and looked straight into Corduroy's bright eyes. "Oh, Mummy," she said, "look, there's the very bear I've always wanted." "Not today, dear," her mother sighed. "I've spent too much already. Besides, he doesn't look new. He's lost the button to one of his shoulder straps." See the missing button there? Corduroy watched them sadly as they walked away. There they are. Bear's a little sad. "I didn't know I'd lost a button," he said to himself. "Tonight, I'll go and see if I can find it." Late that evening, when all the shoppers had gone and the doors were shut and locked, Corduroy climbed carefully down from his shelf. How many of you have an idea what type of book this is? Is it fantasy? Is it fiction? Or informational text? We'll talk about it after. And then he began searching everywhere on the floor for his lost button. Suddenly, he felt the floor moving under him. Quite by accident, he had stepped onto an escalator, and up he went. Could this be a mountain, he wondered? I think I've always wanted to climb a mountain. He stepped off the escalator as it reached the next floor, and there, before his eyes, was the most amazing sight. Tables and chairs and lamps and sofas and rows of beds. This must be a palace, Corduroy gasped. I guess I've always wanted to live in a palace. Is it a palace? Just the furniture department of the store. He wandered around admiring the furniture. This must be a bed, he said. I've always wanted to sleep in a bed. And up he crawled onto a large, thick mattress. All at once he saw something small and round. Why, here's my button, he cried. And he tried to pick it up, but like all the other buttons on the mattress, it was tied down tight. Oh, look at it pulling. My hands are dry. I can't turn the pages. There we go. He yanked and pulled with both paws until pop! Off came the button, and off the mattress, Corduroy toppled, bang, into a tall floor lamp. Over it fell with a crash. Uh-oh. What do you think, Daisy? Corduroy didn't know it, but there was someone else awake in the store. The night watchman was going on his rounds on the floor above. When he heard the crash, he came dashing down the escalator. Now, who in the world did that? He exclaimed. Somebody must be hiding here. He flashed his light under and over sofas and beds until he came to the biggest bed of all. And there he saw two fuzzy brown ears sticking up from under the covers. Hello, he said. How did you get upstairs? Do you think Corduroy will give him an answer? Let's see. The watchman tucked Corduroy under his arm and carried him down the escalator and set him on the shelf in the toy department with all the other animals and dolls. Oh, he's back where he started. Corduroy was just waking up when the first customers came into the store in the morning. And there, looking at him with a wide, warm smile, was the same little girl he'd seen only the day before. I'm Lisa, she said, and you're going to be my very own bear. Last night, I counted what I've saved in my piggy bank, and my mother said I could bring you home. Aww. Shall I put him in a box for you? The saleslady asked. Oh, no thank you, Lisa answered, and she carried Corduroy home in her arms. She ran all the way up 4 flights of stairs into her family's apartment and straight to her own room. How do you think she's feeling now that she got Corduroy? I think she's pretty happy. Corduroy blinked There was a chair and a chest of drawers, and alongside a girl-sized bed stood a little bed, just the right size for him. The room was small, nothing like the enormous palace in the department store. "This must be home," he said. "I know I've always wanted a home." So there's his new room with Lisa. Lisa sat down with Corduroy on her lap and began to sew a button on his overalls. "I like you the way you are," she said, "but you'll be more comfortable with your shoulder strap fastened." She's fixing his overalls. "You must be a friend," said Corduroy. "I've always wanted a friend." "Me too," said Lisa, and she gave him a big hug. And that's the end of Corduroy. Did you like that story? Thumbs up if you liked it. Thumbs down if you didn't. Thumb in the middle if you thought it was okay. All right, so give a little vote. What do you think of Corduroy? Personally, I give it 2 thumbs up. So if we look at our chart from yesterday, that I showed you yesterday actually, let me see. I added St. Patrick's Day story. So yesterday our story on St. Patrick's Day was informational text because it was teaching us some things about St. Patrick's Day. So like, who remembers what color is the river in Chicago? Right, it's green. On St. Patrick's Day, they dye it green. And did you know that before yesterday? Maybe you did, but I bet you most of you didn't. So it was definitely teaching us something. So now I will add Corduroy to our chart. So we have the stray dog, we have St. Patrick's Day. So where do you think I'm gonna have to put Corduroy for a story? Do you think it's fantasy? Do you think it's fiction? Or do you think it's informational text? Daisy, what do you think? Fantasy. Oh, Daisy just told me she thinks it's fantasy. Is she right? I think so. Because I haven't seen bears walk around a department store before, teddy bears, and wear overalls and look for buttons and kind of cause a little mischief. So I will add Corduroy to the fantasy column. So one last thing I wanted to tell you. I was super psyched. Silent cheer. I went on to Lexia last night, again, before I went to bed. And guess what? We had 7 that had gone on the night before, like during the day on Monday. When I checked last night, we had double plus 1 of that. So that means 7 plus 7 would be 14, plus 1 more, that was 15 friends used Lexia. So have used Lexia this week. So keep going on and doing some of your minutes. And also, I believe it was 8 friends who used Symphony. So great job. I hope you're enjoying your home learning. I can tell you I really miss you guys. I'm glad that I can do these videos for you guys, but I miss your voices and I miss your hugs and I miss all your stories that you tell me. So feel free to send me any hello videos if you want, because I miss you guys. But hopefully we'll be back in K2 soon. So I will see you tomorrow for morning meeting. I hope you have a great day. It's bright and sunny. Get out and play today. I'm going to take Daisy for a walk soon. So have a good day. Bye, Daisy. You want to say bye? Come here, Daisy. Come here. Oh, she's being camera shy. Say bye. Say bye, everyone. See, she's like, what are you doing to me, Mrs. Jocelyn? Bye.